I woke up with a bit of a headache this morning. I'm preparing for Halloween, but my eyes aren't all they should be. It's an old trick, isn't it? You have a mask behind a mask. These little things are nothing much, but when they're hidden behind your spectacles, then that really is something very strong. And there's another one here which I had as a child, which you can try any time, which is just to get a bit of cotton thread and hang across the doorway and hang bits of cotton thread beneath it. It has to be a dark room with a switch on the inside, otherwise the game's given away. When the person goes in, their face brushes through this and it's just like walking into a large spider's web. Not nice. 3 foot long at the top and then 3 foot long threads going underneath. It's a good Halloween trick. I'm just wearing my witch's hat for this now. Ah, that's better. I feel dressed now. So a few interesting toys here which all have a Halloween theme. This one, for instance, is a little monster car. It's got delightful little monsters showing all over it. And the car itself hardly moves, which is very sweet. But my goodness, what a nice appearance. There's an awful lot of things out here which are just skeletons, and here's some of them. This one makes the most incredible noise because of this little split at the top. And it goes... real rattling bones, that is, isn't it? Wonderful noise. This is a biro which you write with, but also it's got little levers at the back to make him punch you in the face too. So this is very much an alive skeleton. And this one is a pencil top which says happy haunting. So when you wind it up, he talks to you. I like the staring eyeballs too in this one. The pencil top. And something you wear on your lapel. And when you push it, it's a jumping jack, but it's a skeleton jumping up and down, up and down, up and down. And another one from Japan, which is quite an elaborate one, this. When you pull the top, it's got a wind-up mechanism in the skull. And he does this wonderful action. Chattering teeth, dreadful. And then there's a horrible skull here where you pull the eyeball out, which you believe is a key fob too. Pull the eyeball out and he chatters away and the eyeball slowly returns to his socket. Revolting. And a fairly harmless one, this for small children who don't like things too frightening. It's a little thumb toy. When you press it, you get sparks appear in the skull's eyes. And one more monstrous face we got here. This one here, you have to push a lever at the back and the eyeballs come out and roll at the same time and the tongue comes out. Disgusting. There's some wind-up ones which are astonishingly sophisticated. This one is Takara. It's got a little porthole on the front, but it's got 2 layers. One is plastic and the other is polarized plastic. So when it turns round, it unwinds. A little face that's hidden behind slowly appears and then disappears as the plastic window goes in and out of sync. Astonishing little thing. And inside there's nice grisly monsters. They made several of these, but I picked up just 2 of them. Another one here. Portal of Mystery, wind it up to full amount and then release. And nothing happens for a few long seconds, and then as the polarized window slowly turns round, the monstrous creatures in the background appear and then melt away again. Takara does very fine stuff. This is a monstrous head which is, well, large. And of course the eyeball has to come out, and it does so with a bit of horrible noising. The noise comes out of the ear. What a monster, what a disgusting thing. Then there's a number of spidery things which I quite like too. Here's a spider which is made in Spain, and I'm not sure whether you're supposed to turn it inside out and start as a kind of egg and then it turns into a spider, but I just like it as it is. It's a wiggly one. It's only got 4 legs, unfortunately, not 8, so he's a bit deprived, but it's fun. Then we've got spider balls. This is actually, doesn't look like a spider at all. When it's rolling across the table, it can look astonishing, or across the carpet, it looks astonishingly realistic. And a small version of it perhaps is even better. It's something you need to see out of the corner of your eye, and then it suddenly says, what's that? You know, is it a spider? Well, it was. So, this is a proper spider, of course. A little wind up, and there's plenty of these around in the market. And he's got the full 8 legs there too, which is nice. And there's a jabbering skull here, which when you turn it on and talk to it, it will talk back to you. Hello, how are you? Are you going to haunt me?
Hello, how are you? Are you going to haunt me?
Ooh, yes I am.
Yes, I am.
Wow, that's good. And of course, you must have a coin bank or two. And this is a coffin coin bank. Astonishingly enough, because this is made in 1981 in Japan, the voice chip inside is done by a little record, would you believe? Place the coin on top, push it. Tiny record producing the sound. Nowadays it'd be a chip, but 1981 they couldn't do that those days. We've got a witch here, which is going to fly around looking a little bit alarming on a broomstick, and it's motorised. So when you pull this, there's a propeller at the back, and she turns round and round and round, flying away. It's beautiful. It sits on the top of a tall piece of nylon and then attaches to the ceiling. Wonderful stuff. Video nasties, yeah, disgusting. Well, of course, it's a joke one, but it looks like the old-fashioned videotape, and inside is a video nasty. Ugh, a kind of extraterrestrial nonsense. Books that appeared over the years, and this is really the forerunner of all of them. Jan Pinkowski, who I met in 1981, made several wonderful books. This is probably his most popular one, where there's lots and lots of pop-up mechanisms inside them, and some of them are really quite startling. One of my favourite ones is this bat which appears like that, and there's a man or a monster trying to sort itself out of a crate there. So there's a lot of books around which all show extraordinary effects. And they've got noise toys like these ones here. This is fairly harmless, but lick your fingers to make it go, and then it goes. Little noise. For small children, that's quite fun. And there's a little belt which does the same thing, this one here, which children would wear on their wrist, and when they press it, it goes. That funny, they all do the same sort of noise, don't they? I see here we've got some chattering teeth, which we must let have its say. And a very nice rubber spider, which has lasted the years. Look at this one here. He's quite a nice little creature, this. Hops like, he's got a wonderful little tongue thing effect underneath, which creates the hopping effect. And little ones you squeeze, like this one here's got a rubber tongue. When you squeeze it, it comes out with a green and yellow tongue. Disgusting. It's supposed to be a devil, I think, or a wizard. And the last one is a little witch with a nice tongue that pops out like that. Quite harmless. So, away from him, and away from me.